that a nice song to walk out to? Getting me all in the mood here. As you said, I am from Germany, but I've been over here for a while. But the one thing that annoyed me the most when I moved over here is you guys have way too many time zones. Why do you need so many? You have CDT, MDT, PDT, EDT. In Germany, we have one time zone. We only have ADT, which stands for Always Drinking Time. Woo, right. Who's drinking tonight? Get ready for drinking. Just a few people? A sober crowd? Who's drinking tonight? Woo! Man, it sounds like a sober crowd tonight. Well, good for you. Being sober is good. It's good. I mean, I'm not drinking and I'm German. Like, am I really German? Am I already drunk? Nobody knows. I mean, in Germany, Germans are considered to always be drinking. And if you didn't know, like when we graduate kindergarten, we go straight to beer garden. And does anybody know the official drinking age in Germany? It's 16 months. Like I said, kindergarten. Did you know Germans also like to mix their beer? Like, are you guys familiar with like a Radler or summer shandy? Like we take our beer, mix it with lemonade, then we call it Radler beer, or we mix beer with Coca-Cola, then we call it Greyfelder, and sometimes we even mix it with water, and then we call it Coors Light. No offense to any Coors drinkers tonight, we all have to stay hydrated. I don't judge you. We all have to drink our water. I've been in the States, I think 14 years this summer, and people still ask me like, hey, what made you move? Why did you leave Germany? And the short answer is, it was much easier to get a green card than to get my mom to tell me that she loves me. True story. I feel like everybody's laughing, has some childhood trauma going on, so some people relate to this. I was never close with my mom. I tried as a kid, but every time I tried to give her a hug, her cigarettes burned my face. I mean, I started smoking myself super early. I started when my mom became pregnant with me. Yeah, I mean, it was the 90s, it was a different time, like everybody smoked back then. Even in the hospital, people used to smoke. Like when my mom was in labor with me, the nurse told her, like, relax and puff, puff, and push. But my mom, actually, she smoked so much during pregnancy that even my teeth came in yellow. It sucked because instead of money, the tooth fairy just left me nicotine patches. So, I feel cheated. I want my money. I mean, both my parents were heavy smokers. Like, our apartment was always full of, like, smoke clouds. Like, sometimes I felt like Moses when he split the water. I had to split the smoke clouds. And like, hey, Mom, are you here? Where are you at? My dad, he unfortunately, he passed away 13 years ago. And not too long ago, a guy came over to my house, and he saw that I had a Ouija board. And he's like, oh my God, are you a witch? I'm like, no, don't worry. I'm not a witch. I have it just in case one day somebody wants to propose, but ask my dad for approval first. You know, gotta have dad's approval. I mean, dating sucks. Like, who's singing here? Where are my singer ladies? Singer people, singing? Ooh, one person? Who's singing tonight? One person? Well, if you want to go out after the show, hit me up. Man, dating just sucks. I mean, for the one thing, like, you all can be glad you don't have to date. I mean, it's a crazy world. I don't know, I try to take dating advice from the housing market. Like, I'm done with the apps, because you know, like when people sell homes, all they do is just put a sign in the yard for sale, and the next day the house is under contract. If it works for them, it should work for me, right? I put a sign in my yard, just right on it, singing, just waiting for somebody to show up, request a viewing, you know. Started a dating profile on Realtors.com. Just a bunch of pictures of me posing in my different bedrooms. Because all I want to do is go on Facebook and change my status from single to under contract. I mean, with contingency, see how the inspection turns out. So, if the one single person's interested, I'll give you my MLS number. I have an open house coming up. I'm going to make some fresh baked German chocolate chip cookies. Dating life sucks. I mean, especially like my name is Meike, but it's spelled the German way, M-E-I-K-E. And a lot of times when people see it online, they have a hard time pronouncing it and butcher it. Like this one guy showed up and he's like, how do I say your name? Is it Meike? And I'm like, no, it's just Meike. And he was like, oh, is that short for something? I'm like, no, it's just a pretty common German name. And we had a good time. He came to my house, and German as I am, I don't really use air conditioning, so my house is rather warm. He like walks in and he's like, oh my God, it's so hot in here. And I'm just thinking, it's actually the perfect temperature for you to not stay too long. We were like having a good time, and eventually ended up in my bedroom, getting all in the mood. He like pulls down his pants, and I'm like, oh, is that short for something? Come on, it's not that cold in here. You said it yourself. Yeah, dating life is crazy. But I must say, like, dating actually got me back into running because I've been running a lot of background checks recently. Can't be safe enough out there. I mean, I did go back to the gym and had a personal trainer, and he like asked me, okay, what are your fitness goals for this year? And I'm like, do you think we can make it happen that my thigh gap becomes bigger than the age gap if the guys want to take me? That's my main goal right here. I feel like I've been singing I think my 7th year this year, and I feel like I've been singing for so long. I don't even need a man anymore. Like I found all these ways to compromise. Like I started to only shave one of my legs. You know. When I wake up in the morning, I feel like there's a man in bed with me. I think like at this point, I'm just going to end up marrying myself, and instead of tying a knot, I'm going to tie my tubes. I mean, just earlier coming down here when I came over from Joplin, you know, when you drive down the highway, you get off the lane and your car starts hitting those rumble strips and your car starts shaking, like, It's turning to pleasure for me at this point. I'm driving on purpose, like, The car behind me is like, oh my God, I think she's texting and driving. Like, no, I'm having a good time. One more exit and then I get off. I just have to be careful to do it on both sides evenly, you know, so the tires were evenly. I recently signed up for the subscription service you guys have over here, where I pay this company $500 and don't get anything in return. What do you call it? It is health insurance, that's it. Because for you guys over here, it's optional. Like in Europe, they force us to have it. Like over here, you can decide not to have it, and when you get sick, you have to declare bankruptcy. Or you can get health insurance, get sick, and then declare bankruptcy. So, which is what happened to me not too long ago. I started getting sick, and then my doctor was like, okay, maybe it's your gallbladder, we have to check it out. They did a CT scan, and then on the scan, they found out that I also had a tumor growing in my abdomen. And since it was fairly big, they're like, okay, we have to take it out. So they set me up for surgery, and then the surgeon asked you a bunch of questions. One of the questions was, in case something happens, do you have life insurance? And I'm like, life insurance? I don't even have health insurance. If something happens, just put me in a box and send me back to Germany. Put a note on it, return to sender. You know, flying with Spirit Airlines. And then a couple weeks later, I had the surgery. And since the tumor was fairly big, they had to make a really long cut, which is fine. But I'm just worried that when I have babies, I hope they come the natural way, because if they have to do a C-section and they cut me from here to here, and then I have to walk around with an upside down cross on my belly. That'd just be really tough to explain to somebody when they see it. They're like, oh, what happened to you? And I'm like, I gave birth to the Antichrist. But I already have an idea, because, you know, like a lot of times when people have like scars that I get tattoos over them to make them look nice and cover them up. And I'm going to get a tattoo on my scar. And I'm going to get a tape measure tattooed on it. So for the next time I go to a bar and a drunk guy comes up and be like, hey, I got 12 inches I want to show you. I'll be like, prove it. You know? Treat it like a roller coaster. Get a bit this taller ride. Thank you.